and everything to them, so if you have trouble, let us know. It just so happens my husband knows how to repair televisions. Those of you that were having difficulty with your heaters, we put some electric heaters in your room, so I hope everybody will be warm today. And let me tell you a little bit about these two gentlemen. This is Frank Roberts. He's one of the park rangers at Garner State Park. How long have you been there, Frank?
20 years.
20 years, and as far as I'm concerned, he's the best park ranger at Garner State Park. And his sidekick tonight is Joe Wells. Joe lives in Lakey, and he sells real estate, so if y'all decide you like hill country, call Joe. And then he can also give you CPR when he tells you how much it costs to have a place to live. Joe also ranches in this area, and that's for a do. The Cowboy Sunset Serenade.
Yay! Howdy.
Howdy.
We're up in the morning at the breaking of day. Chuck wagon's busy, there's flapjacks in play. The herd is astir over hillside and vale, and the night riders crowding them onto the trail. So take up your cinches, shake out your reins, and wake up your bronco and take in the plains. And roust out the steers from the long chaparral, for an outfit is off to the railroad corral. The sun circles upward, the steers as they fly are pounding for powder the hot prairie sod. And just as it seems, you get dizzy and sick, and you'll never reach loose by the cool shady creek. So tie up your turtle, fly up your nag, and dry up your grumbles and try not to lag. Come roust out the steers from the long chaparral, for the outfit is off to the railroad corral. Well, the longest of days must reach evening at last. The hills are all climbed and the creeks are all passed. The tired herd droops in for the yellowing light. Let them rest if they will, for the railroad's inside. So shake out your rawhide, shake it out fair, and roust out that bronco to take any share. And roust out the steers from the long chaparral, for the outfit is off to the railroad corral. Well, the longest of days must reach evening at last. The hills were all climbed and the creeks were all passed. The tired herd drifts into the yellowing light. Let them rest if they will, for the railroad's inside. So flap up your holsters, snap up your belts, and strap up your saddle whose lap you have felt. Say goodbye to the steers from the long chaparral, for it's all in the drive to the railroad corral. So flap up your holsters, snap up your belt, and strap up your saddle whose lap you have felt. Say goodbye to the steers from the long chaparral, for it's all in the drive to the railroad corral. Of course, y'all all got to go to the feed lot, so hey, feed lot, cattle drives. So it's like eating off the chuck wagon. Well, back in the cowboy days, most of these cowboys didn't have a guitar to tote around with them. Some of them might have had a harmonica that they could play, but most of the time it was sitting around the campfire telling stories. But when you go on a long cattle drive from Texas
in South Dakota.
that Gene Autry would start his radio show with. Back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on that lowly ginseng heap. Back in the saddle again, riding through the rain once more, toting my old 44, where we sleep out every night and the only law is right. Back in the saddle again, that came out of their throats. But when you kind of work them just right, they can be very melodic. Well, I'll tell you, the yodeling